Hello and welcome to Systemize Fun. This video, we're going to be going over how to craft a repeatable and scalable client onboarding process. And so, of course, systemize.fun, there's a system for that where fun meets relentless intentionality. Today, we're going to learn three different things. Secret one is streamlining. Secret two, turbocharge. Secret three, elevate. Bounce into secret one. And so this one talks about as we are onboarding a client, we make an impact with how we treat them over the first few days. And so if we start that impact with some sort of wow factor, of course, you can do the personalized mugs and those types of things. Those are amazing, but those can get a little pricey, especially if you're just starting out. We don't have a budget built in for the year that we're working on. And so we don't have to just do those. Again, those are fun, and I'm going to show you some examples. And then having a little bit of interactive experience is allowing them to go back and watch. And so whenever I'm talking about interactive, I'm not necessarily talking about you're online 24/7 answering their questions, but I'll show you a few of the ways that we can answer their questions without you having to actually be the one to do that. And so testimonial on some of these integrations, some of these secrets that we are using. Operations manager here. And so it just, the line that stuck with me is making a remarkable difference in how we connect with our clients right from the start. And so now we're going to be screen sharing. First example, we'll bounce over here. Client Giant is absolutely amazing. But just with that is, here's a cutest idea for house hunting toolbox. And so you think in today's market, we've got buyers. We also have a few things changing within AR. And so how can we make that impact, and how can we show our buyers, hey, I'm amazing. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to guide you. And so if we have some of these wow factors available up front, it makes that lasting impression. When's the last time that someone took you out to lunch that you didn't remember that? When's the last time someone wrote you a handwritten postcard that you didn't just smile whenever you open the mail, got it out, read it? It made you think of them, feel warm. Well, these toolboxes do the exact same. And so this one, again, is buyer side. You can order these kits, not necessarily the kits, but you can go to Amazon, you can go to Dollar Tree. It does not matter. You don't have to order these from Client Giant. Client Giant is amazing because they do some automated stuff for you. So once you enter in the client's information, they take it and they send birthday cards and anniversaries and house anniversaries and just thinking of you every quarter gifts. And so Client Giant is highly amazing, and I highly recommend them. However, if you don't have that right now in your budget, do not stress. Think about purchasing the battery packs off of Amazon. You can buy, I think it's like $10 for 3 of them, something similar. Keychain, a cute little notepad. We found some notepads personally that are nice looking leather bound ones. They're fake leather because I don't eat meat, but they are similar to that. But those are roughly $1.99, $2, and that comes with a cute little pin that goes in there. And then, of course, snacks. Go get them some M&Ms. Go get them something sweet, salty, that type of thing. We personally put ours inside of, similar to this personal accomplishment box. We have a box here, just a traditional black box, but we go ahead and put in there our color team branded tissue paper. And then we wrap all of that in there. And then we have the cute little aluminum stickers that are very thin with our logo on it. And so it looks impressive as that new client is getting that packet. Bounce over here to a video service that we use. It is called Loom. You can see all of the different workspaces that we have. And so for some of our onboarding side, I'm going to bounce you over here. This one is our listing onboarding. And so this one walks them through on dot loop documents. You can see we created this a couple of months ago. We have 20 views on it so far with 20 new listings since the time that we recorded it, put it live. And so this one here, I'll hit play just for a moment. And so what this does is, we're going to mute me talking, but what we do is we show them an example. Hey guys, here is Dotloop, which is the service that we use. Here's it holding all of your paperwork together. With that, we go over every piece of the contract as well. Here are the things that are going to catch you. Here's where Stephanie's going to charge you the fees if you cancel listing. if you decide to sell it to someone else. All of those are in there, but we are upfront. We are honest. We show the commission. We show the seller roadmap as well. I'm going to walk you guys through a buyer roadmap shortly so that you can see what we're talking about. But we go through all of the forms. We show them frequently asked questions. We walk them through the entire process. It is 16 minutes, but it is one generically recorded video that teaches and shows all the way through dot loop, through our listing packet, through the seller roadmap. And it shows them how to complete the forms, how to sign those, how to make sure that they can log back in and see the PDFs, that they can share those as well. With that is, by doing this, the amount of time that we're able to save is a lot. And Loom is really neat because it will email you your recap of how many hours you were able to save that week. Within it was less than 30-day time frame. I think it was right at 3 weeks. I received an email from Loom saying that I'd saved 168 hours those 3 weeks, not individually, but 168 hours total. For me, 168 extra hours in my week for 3 weeks is absolutely amazing. And so do look at anything that you have that you find yourself repeating. Here's how we use dot loop. Here's how we use whenever we present an offer. Here's how we figure out your proceeds, all of that. And so another one is we've got fliplink.me. This one we purchased through AppSumo, by the way, and it gave us a massive discount. And so AppSumo is the name of where we purchased FlipLink, but just go to fliplink.me, and I think it'll give you the discount anyway. But you can see here one of our updated buyer roadmaps, 32 new views. I'll walk you through a couple of pages here. I'm going to open this up a little bit for us. Let's see. Apologies. Did not think about the password being on there. Okay, so FlipLink is loading. Whenever it has the volume up, it does sound like you're flipping magazine pages, which is cute and fun and just interactive. And so you've got this. You can flip through on the inside. You can see our contents. Working with real estate broker. We're going to flip through some of these pretty quickly. There's a couple of them that we're going to stop on, though, and let you kind of look. Oh, that one is very important. Frequently asked questions page. But it gives them all kinds of information. All of these links are clickable as well. They can go here and watch videos of local lenders just so that they can feel like they're meeting them ahead of time. You've got checklists on here. People seem to love having checklists. All of our home inspectors, the timeline, insurance providers, questions about homestead. Our state in Mississippi has homestead, low appraised value for buyers. How much does it help whenever we have something they're going to make an offer on? We go ahead, of course, we pull the comps, we walk them through that, we create them the Loom video for that. But we've already explained, hey, every now and then there's going to be some homes that do not meet appraised value. Before we even get in that situation, here are a few of the ways that we can handle that. And so they're already thinking about those. So whenever it does come up, hey, your house didn't appraise, and there's no panic, because at that point in time I go, hey guys, remember when we discussed it? And there were our options, and you said that you had another $20,000 cash to be able to make up that difference. Now's the time that we're going to have to put that into play. And so setting those expectations up front helps us tremendously. You've got, let's see. Oh, excuse me. 26. Don't really need. Oh, this one here is really nice, though. It tells clients under contract, free agent customers, the days, times that we're available, response times, preferred contact methods. But it goes ahead and it shows all of that up front for us, which is great. And then this buyer estimation one as well is wonderful, because whenever you hand them that wow packet that has the charger, that has the keychain, that has the notebook, and we review this in paper as well, you can leave it with them. You can take it. We send ours as FlipLink whenever we are first meeting with someone so that they can come to us with questions. But having all of this on here sets those expectations, helps show them all of the fees that they're not thinking about whenever it comes time to buying a home. And then, of course, they got questions. They can log those notes for us. And so all of those, again, are absolutely amazing, but help us save time and onboard our clients the way that they deserve to be, and the way that also saves us time as well. So secret number 2, turbocharging. self-serving client portal. This is absolutely amazing. I'm going to open one up, walk you through ours as a team. How many times do you have a client that says, hey, I need XYZ document emailed to me? What did this say? I can't remember the feedback. Did you even send me feedback? Where are the links that our homes are marketed? And then how many times do you get, if you take a weekend off, you're either sick, you're on vacation, whatever that may be, and someone is chatting in on social media and they get no response? 24, 48, 72 hours. Well, that doesn't leave the best impression for us, but at the same point in time, we all deserve time away. And so what are some of those things that we can put into place to protect our sanity and let us have those times off, but to also give consumers and clients the information that they need? And so Mr. Pritchard here, agent. And so he says, of course, it's enhancing our service efficiency, which is amazing. But at the end of the day, it also improves client satisfaction because they're able to get to the information that they wanted to get to, that they need to get to. And so we'll open up. Here's a perfect example. This one is inside of our intranet portal. So for example, this one is Brivity, is the service that we use. We use it, there's a CRM attached to it. We don't use it for CRM. We strictly use it for transaction management side. And so, for example, let me get out of this mode. We'll go to Classic because I can show you this one a little bit better. And so inside of Classic, you can see who here on the team is working with it. You can see the clients' names that they have, that they can view everything. And so tasks, they can see tasks that have been completed. Advertising, they can see all of these links of where everything marketed, showing feedback. Notes, the notes section, by the way, is amazing. And so whenever we schedule something, whenever we need to update someone, we're able to log our communication in here so you can see the date, who it was. You've got the details, which is amazing because, again, the seller can log in and see all of this. If they want to share pictures, if they want to go look at their documents. And so we'll bounce over here to documents. All of these documents are in here as well. So whenever they want to share, whenever they need to have their mortgage officer log in, they have access to every single bit of this. And then talking on the automation side, here's an example just of our team when we just built this one out. And so some of the frequently asked questions, like, how do I have coffee with an agent? We pride ourselves on having coffee with all of these people and just enjoying and getting to meet our community members, but also being able to answer questions. And so what is this one? How do I get access? Let's see. How do I get access to coming soon? And so you can click on this and let me bounce back over. You'll be able to see the questions. What some of these do is it takes them automatically to websites. So we'll just say, what are your home prices? Because this one lets them select if they want to go to the website first versus bouncing over. And so here, for an example, check out all of our active homes for sale. Keep an eye on our stories for new listings. Don't see the home you're searching for, DM us the address. We'll let you know what that status is because some MLSs take those off market. So each one of those, it gives them options. What are your working hours? And so then it will answer those questions for them. Here's how you can get a hold of this one. Smoke signal. And so like all of these things though, but it's things that we don't have to answer individually every single time. It bounces those over. And so whenever someone asks for rentals, we don't handle rentals, but we don't want to ignore their message for that 72 hours while we're out taking a team vacation. We want to make sure that they get the information that they need. And so whenever they enter in rentals, it asks for their email address. Well, then it sends them a whole list of the property management companies in town. Well, all of that takes time that we save as a team. And then as well as it gives them the information that they need immediately. And so we're going to bounce back over on here. We are now down to the final secret. 3 is elevating. And so this one talks about automating your personalization. How do we do that? It sounds like the messages inside of our CRM are automated. It sounds like they are chatbots. One, we can adjust all of those messages to show your personality, and that is absolutely what I recommend. However, I don't recommend starting off with that because sometimes it's better to get things going and get things started than it is to make those perfect. But once you have those rotated, once we're getting some responses back, then we can change some of those to make the wording sound more like you and more authentic. And then some of the automated follow-ups as well. And I'll show you a couple of examples of how we utilize those. And so, for example, on our automated personalization, this one is through GGMS coaching, which is CRM that we use as Sierra. GGMS coaching is part of that. It's not traditional coaching, real estate coaching. It is, they keep your action plans and your checklist and your follow-ups updated to today's current buyers. They constantly keep these updated. And so, for example, we've got someone that came in, their granddaughter babysits. Well, how is that relevant? It's really relevant whenever I have a new professor to town and he was like, hey, do you know of any qualified babysitters? We have meetings today and we cannot find anyone. Well, I get to log into my CRM and just type in babysitter. Well, then it's going to show up anyone and everyone that has something to do, a personal, close relationship with a babysitter. How awesome is that, that I can connect my clients together so that they can help each other out and build a community inside of our community. Same thing with daycares, dermatologists, doctors, roofers, all of that. Of course, we have our vendors that we use consistently, but if we have a client that's coming into town and he's a roofer or a handyman, for example, and we've got another client that says, hey, do you know any handyman? Well, I get to partner those guys up. And so whenever you have a dog lover, and that's another one we put in here is pet lover, cat, dog, of course, all of your veterans, because we want to say thank you so much for your service. And so whenever special holidays come up, we will tag in our veterans or their spouses, their wives, husbands, all of their kids. And we say, hey guys, thank you so much for allowing us as a country to have access to your loved one so that we get to keep our freedom. And so we will tag everyone that's inside of our CRM. And then as far as some of these automated action plans, here's an example. This is a post-closing check-in. It follows them for an entire year. And so day 1 follow-up, week 1 follow-up, week 2 follow-up. And so here, we'll give you an example. I don't know what this one says. Like, hey guys, this may sound crazy. It's a thing. You found any unknowns during your first couple of weeks? Example, like, where does the trash run? What does the crazy light switch go to? Like, if so, let me know. Because with that is I'm going to make sure that I get to tell them, hey, the seller said that crazy light switch turns on XYZ. I get to tell them all of those things, but these are automated, but they're still our personality. And so hopefully that shows you guys some of these things that we can use, that we can do that automate it, that buy us time back, but as well as it's beneficial to our clients and helps keep that relationship and community going as well. All right, that is it. We thank you guys so much for coming, so much for visiting, and I hope that all of you have a wonderful week and that this helped you out. Bye.